Hello, hello, everyone. It's Renee from Tapping into a New Life. How are you today? Today I'm talking about your story. And the main question is, are you living a story that was written for you, or are you written a story that was written by you? Now, most of us are living the stories that are written for us. And what I mean by that is when we come into this world, we have the stories of our ancestors, we have the story written by our families. As we're growing up, all the things that we hear, all the things that we're taught, all the things that we observe and perceive, these all write our stories. And of course, our families are the first people to enter some chapters into our stories because they teach us how to live, they teach us how to be, but they also unintentionally inflict some things upon us that they don't realize. I mean, if you're a parent, there's no instruction manual, and our parents and our grandparents and their parents all have done the best they could. But yes, we are all human, and we do kind of do things unintentionally that will impact our children later on in life. Things that come from our own upbringing and our own beliefs. If you've ever heard, "Oh, you should be so ashamed of yourself for doing that," or "What were you thinking?" or "Are you really that stupid?" Or even other things like "You're a good person," "You're a bad person," or "Oh, you're such a mess." If we didn't have Brene Brown back then to tell us, no, well, maybe you've made a mess, but you're not a mess. And there's a big difference between those things. Or perhaps you grew up in a very supportive, very loving family like I did. But still, there's always some things because our parents are human and they're doing the best they can. And we're watching them, and what they say and what they do aren't always in tune with each other. So we do the same thing with our kids. And like I said, we try to do the best we can. But, we are sometimes so protective of our kids. If you grew up in a family where you were very overprotected, perhaps you weren't given the chance to make your own decisions, weren't given the chance to fall down and get back up, weren't given the chance to, take a chance and maybe fail and figure out how to do that again. If you were very overprotected, very, very common, these are our children. We want to protect them, but we don't realize that we're not giving them and giving each other the opportunity to grow and to learn. So then we get into our later years, we get into high school, and who only knows who wrote some of the chapters in your book at that point, because if you made it through your teen years, as we all have, and we all, most of us wind up doing, it was tricky. So now we're adults and we're still living off this story that was written perhaps by our families when we were younger or in our teenage years or early adulthood. And we find that we're making the same mistakes over and over and over again because we're still trying to work with this book that we didn't write, this book that was written for us. And we don't even realize that, hey, we have a say in what we do. And we also don't realize is that you can just remove some of those chapters or some of those pages of the book that's been written for you and keep whatever's working for you. Like, for example, in our family, I will always, always treasure and keep how we were taught, you help each other to help each other and you don't expect anything in return. But as far as like the very right-wing conservative ideals, yeah, that doesn't work for me. So yeah, that I can let go. And this is what each of you can do. Keep what's important to you. Keep what resonates with you. Keep what works with you and your soul. But the things that don't work for you anymore, stuff like, and if you're a younger person, this is going to seem crazy to you, but stuff like, no sex out of wedlock, that clearly does not work for me. And it probably doesn't work for a lot of you, but that was the norm and that was the expectation when I was a younger girl. But that doesn't work for me, so I take that out of my book. And what I'm encouraging you to do is to keep the things that work well for you, but get rid of all those shoulds. Get rid of the shoulds from maybe what your parents or your family think you should do. The shoulds of perhaps your friends. Oh, you shouldn't be doing this with your kid, or you shouldn't be doing that. It's really none of their business. And also, really if you grew up in a family where anything you did wasn't bad for your mom, your dad, and as far as what you did, it was, oh my God, what would the neighbors think? What will the family think? Who cares? Who cares what all these people think? They have nothing to do with you. They have nothing to do with your journey. You are the only person who can control your journey. You're the one who makes it what it is. So let me just this one Wayne Dyer quote that I'll never forget, and it resonates with me all the time, and I'll share it with you. What other people think of you is none of your business. If you're still concerned with what other people think, and you're afraid to start writing your own book and your own story, then you need to come see me, or you need to go see someone to get rid of all this stuff so you can start writing your own story, living your own life, using and embracing and be grateful for all the great things you were taught as a kid and growing up and all the lessons you learned, but to really be brave and let go of that stuff that just doesn't work for you. And yeah, it might be a very big change in your case. It might be a big change in your life, but anything that's worth it is going to be a little tough. Things that are worth it are not easy. It's just you have to work for things and things will come to you. But please, please, please know that you don't have to live with all the rules that your family set up for you, all the rules that society has set up for you. It was set up with, in very good spirit, with good intention, but everything doesn't work for you. So don't beat yourself up with, oh my God, what would my mom or my dad or my family think if I did this? If this is something you really want to do, and it's safe and you're not harming anyone, then go ahead and take that chance. And if it doesn't work out, then you take the lesson and you go to the next thing. That's really how you do stuff. So learn what you've learned from your family, embrace it, get rid of the stuff that does not work for you, and live the life that you want to live. It is yours to create. You are the only one having your experience. You're the only one who knows all the things that you've been through, and you're the only one who knows what brings you joy and love and peace. So please be brave, do what you got to do, keep what you need from your family, get rid of the rest, and enjoy your life and create your own life. And if things don't work out, you do something else. You've always been taken care of. You've gotten to this point for a reason, and you're going to make it, and you're going to be wonderful, and it's all going to be wonderful. If you would like to work with me to tap on some things, to maybe clear some stuff out from your past so you can have the opportunity to really embrace your future and really create what you want, I would love to work with you. My number is 609-742-4155. Or you can reach me through my website, which is www.tappingintoanewlife.com, or shoot me an email, renee@tappingintoanewlife.com. So go out there and be brave. Leave behind what you don't need. Get rid of it. Create your own book. Create your own chapters in your story, and go for it. Just go for it. You can do it. You really can. You deserve it. And more than anything else, you are worthy of the life that you want. Thank you so much, and take care. Namaste.